He begged MTV to give him a job, and they did, choosing Camp from thousands to host his own show. Now, it turns out this lucky star might not have been down on his luck after all.
Hey, it's Jesse. Welcome to Lunch with Jesse.
Jesse Camp is becoming the hottest thing on MTV since Beavis and Butthead. In a rags-to-riches success story, Jesse claimed to be homeless and penniless when last April he won MTV's Wanna Be a VJ contest.
I'm keeping it real.
18-year-old Jesse says he's keeping it real, but the latest issue of Spin magazine says MTV's new star is not what he appears to be. Instead of being a poor street kid, Spin says Jesse Camp is actually, get this, a privileged preppy from Connecticut. Aaron Weeks says he went to summer camp with Jesse.
His real name is Josiah Camp III, but he was never known as that. It was always Josh. He was, you know, like moderately well off, middle class.
So what's going on here? It all started last April when MTV announced open auditions to find their next VJ.
We're looking for real people. We don't want actors. We don't want people who come down who can play the role.
4,000 people turned out for a chance to be an MTV star. But Jesse, with his gaunt 6'5" frame, won everyone's hearts and votes with a sad tale of being a poor homeless kid. And now he has his own MTV show called Lunch with Jesse. In his new outrageous role, Jesse gets to mingle with everyone from rocker Ozzy Osbourne to New Jersey's Governor Christy Whitman. Joe Weinholz was one of the contestants who lost out to Camp.
In the finals, he made this little plea on camera that, you know, he was on the streets and he came with like his last few cents to New York City, and that kind of if he didn't get it, he was like begging the audience that, you know, he was going to be on the street and homeless.
But far from being homeless, Jesse attended an exclusive Connecticut boarding school, Loomis Chafee, where he was known as the class clown.
He was always a character, different than everyone else. Always willing to say whatever to get a laugh or to have fun.
According to Spin magazine, Jesse's claim that he was the product of a broken home was big news to his dad, who's a department head at the University of Hartford. So why does it seem Jesse's making up stories about his past?
I don't know. My closest guess would be that just because he felt like it.
Is Jesse Camp another Music World imposter like Milli Vanilli? If so, some of his MTV fans say they don't want their MTV.
Yeah, if not, cool if he was lying, you know.
If that's not who he really is, then that's sad. He obviously doesn't know who he is.
When Extra contacted Jesse Camp for his side of the story, we were referred to his bosses at MTV, and they refused to comment. Now to the long-lost Beatle film and the man some credit with discovering the Fab Four.